because when Dr. Dora Akunyili was there was a much tighter control. But since her departure, bless her memory, things have kind of slipped. And that was very disturbing to me. One of the things that I mentioned on my first day is determination to bring to minimum substandard falsified medicines and illicit drugs. But even on that day, I never knew that it could be this bad. And later, I started realizing what could be the problem. Our mandate, NAFDAC's mandate, is to control importation, exportation, distribution, manufacture, sale of drugs. To my chagrin, I found out NAFDAC is not allowed to be at the port unless we are invited by the customs. To me, that is very, very wrong. Over the last 3 months, we have intercepted about 33 containers of tramadol. Some were packaged in form of building materials, but those containers are the ones that we were able to intercept.
Where were they intercepted?
At the ports, Tinkan Island, Apapa, and the One port in Port Harcourt.
So you invited?
Where you were not allowed to go?
After invitation, we would then they then allow us to check some containers. But before the invitation, there are many containers that exit the airport, the wharf or the port.
But have you raised this with the authorities, with the federal government?
Oh, yes. March 12th, we had a conference on national security and drug and chemical control. It was organized by National Security Advisor, Office ONSA, and I gave a talk about the menace of drug control, of drug abuse. Many of the ones that exit the ports in Lagos, many of the containers head straight to the north, to Yola, to Kano, to Kaduna, and many times they find themselves in Sambisa forest, where our girls are kidnapped and where many families, as a result, families sorrow.
How did you trace this?
Intelligence, in terms of the flow of these containers going to the north. It is a national epidemic. I think since since 4 or 5 months ago that has resumed, I've talked maybe 6, 7 occasions, different forums, on the epidemic of drug substance abuse. If NAFDAC is not allowed to be at the port, at the point of entry, it is like we are hiding our heads in the sand.